Okay, welcome back to the Crypto Factor. This is an urgent live stream. We are going live to talk about the major flush that just happened in crypto, because we had a massive flush. Many people got liquidated, many people got wrecked. Now I want to take this opportunity to talk about what I am seeing in the markets, where we are going from here. What I did we see this coming? Did TA see this coming? I'll give you a hint, yes and a no, but we'll talk about it and basically answer all your questions. I know a lot of people are devastated out there. I know a lot of people got wrecked. I know a lot of people are scared. I know a lot of people are worried. So I decided to go live. Even though our live streams tomorrow will still do that, but I decided to go live today and talk about the market. So we just had a major flush in the markets. Now, I actually saw this, I actually witnessed this in real time. I was actually trading and converting coins at the time of this happening, a little bit before this happened. But first of all, let's start and look at the flash here. So this is the factor line, this is the 4 hour. And as you can see, we had this major flash here. Now, I was coaching a client earlier on today, well, yesterday, as a matter of fact, before this happened. And we were actually talking about this. We were actually talking about how the daily, if you go to the daily real quick, right? Everything was intact and remaining bullish. We were saying that the factor line is gold here and everything's okay. This is the candle that happened. So I was saying I'm expecting to come down here and bounce from this support zone over here. But look at this, and I gave a second support zone over here if that breaks. And I was saying that this is the line in the sand. 117 to 117K is the line in the sand. And if that breaks, we're gonna go down much lower. That was the bearish scenario. Now, this happened pretty fast. Okay, so this happened pretty fast. We broke 117K. And it just flushed down. And this was liquidations. Guys, this was, everybody got liquidated. I think it was like 9.4 billion got liquidated from the market. And you have to understand that as soon as we hit under 117K, I'm going to show you what I did in just 1 second, but as soon as we went under 117K, I knew we were going to drop. I knew we were going to go down. I just didn't know we were going to go down that fast because I knew under 117K, people would start getting wrecked, and that was a line in the sand. Now, in most part, I said I'm going to touch this again after the weekend. I'm going to see what's going on after the weekend. I took very little profits, not because I'm a genius, but because I'm going to Dubai. I actually cashed out some of my Bitcoin to have cash, well, in my card and so on. And earlier than that, I was making some conversions, which actually saved my portfolio. Even though I took a massive hit, my portfolio was saved. And I believe you could do the same thing or do damage control. We'll talk about that in a second as well. But if we go back to the factor line over here and we go to the 4 hour, let's go to the 4 hour real quick. You'll see that the factor line actually told you to get out. It told you to get out on this candle, confirmed on this candle. So you should have gone out anywhere between, well, it went down 119 to 118K because look, factor line told you to go red. You should have gone out as soon as this line broke, this range broke over here, but 117K was our line in the sand. So the factor line actually outtraded me in this predicament. And of course, as soon as we went under, boom, all the way down here to about 109,000. This is on TradingView, of course. On Bitstamp, if you look at different exchanges, you might have different results. I know that MEXC went down to 101K because I absolutely got liquidated. So that didn't help. Let's go to the USDT because this is more, yeah. See right down here, all the way down to 102 because of the market. So this is what happened. Still the same sell here, still the same confirmation here. Even if you got out at the bottom of this confirmation, 116,461, you would have been okay because you could have bought the dip here and so on. But anyway, regardless, this was one of the worst flushes. I could almost say in history. I think if you look at the 1 hour, you'll see what I mean. Look at this. I mean, this was just crazy, okay? Even the 1 hour gave you a signal to get out or told you to get back in here. The signal was to get out at 121,000 on the hourly if you were an actual trade, if you were a trader. Regardless, most people, not even me, acted on this because I'm a long-term trader. But if you were trading on the 4-hour, this should have been a sign. Now, that said, alts, I was talking about this, are going to get devastated if Bitcoin breaks 170K. This was in my live streams, my group, and so on. Was I bullish? Yes, I was bullish. I was remaining bullish until 117K broke. Now, let me tell you my story and what I was doing before and prior to this, because I want you to take this lesson and understand how you could lose but still win in a way, all right? So, yesterday, as well as last night, I'm gonna make a video about this, by the way, because this is all in my group, this is all documented. I was converting most of my altcoins to specific altcoins that were harder, and I was saying, look, I'm converting into these coins. I'll show you the video. I'll put out the video with all the messages and all the posts so you understand after Monday. But I was converting into strong altcoins for the last leg, the last potential leg up, because I was saying a top's coming in at the end of 2025. And I was saying if we're going to get a dump, you want to be in stronger coins as well. So in that regard, I got lucky. I got lucky and unlucky at the same time, because I was converting into Aster and Zcash. And Zcash was extremely powerful, and Zcash actually saved my portfolio. Zcash was actually green on the day while everything else went to shit, right? It was holding up price. Ultimately, it broke down as well, but recovered very fast. Aster did the same thing, but now is still down. But I was converting all my small coins into this, and I was going to make a video on Monday because I know I made a video a few days ago talking about my altcoin portfolio. Well, I condensed that, and I was going to make a video, and I am going to make a video about it. So let me give you a quick screenshot of my alt season portfolio here, just so you know. And as you can see, it's a sea of red, but you can see a lot of coins missing here. For example, Walrus is missing because I converted it into Deep, right? Other coins are missing as well here. And these are now my primary holds. These are the ones I'm holding most right now. Where is Zcash? Right here. Look at this. Zcash dropped, but came back up and almost at the level where it was. This ultimately saved my portfolio. And I was talking about Zcash. I was making videos about Zcash, telling people it's fire, telling people it's strong, telling people, look at this. It was, you already run, get in other coins. Paul, stop shilling, but stop scamming. And well, congratulations. If you were mostly in Zcash right now, you wouldn't took a big enough hit, a big as hit as I did. Very simple shit. Look, guys, when I make videos, you have to understand, if I'm not saying this is a sponsored video, it's not sponsored, it's ultimately what I'm doing. And Zcash is very strong. Aster, I'm hoping it's going to be strong. It was strong. I'm hoping it's going to make a comeback and a bounce faster than other altcoins. And a lot of my altcoins are in these coins. So I did not lose that much. In the sense, if we go back up, generally, my spot and my holdings are not that bad. Yes, we took a hit, but ultimately I'm not that bad. Where I did suffer is over here. What's over here? My trading on leverage and my bots on Pionex completely liquidated. And even though those were 3% leverage and 5% leverage, yeah, I had a couple more, but 3% and 5% leverage was most of my positions on Pionex especially, and on Mexi, completely liquidated, right? So this is a lesson in itself here. But even though that money's gone and will never come back, and what's pissing me off with those liquidations is that they were in Hype, Aster, and Zcash. So Zcash ultimately bounced back up. It was that flush that just completely wrecked me out. And I was in profits on almost all of these, except some of the bots. I was in profits on all. So this was a devastating hit over here, but this over here saved me. And this is why portfolio management is so important. And I was saying, a lot of people saying, well, Paul, why do you keep on changing your coins? Because we're getting towards the end. I'm seeing strength in some coins more than others. I'm seeing other narratives and I'm converting in, and you have to keep up. That's why I do live streams. That's why I do live streams every week, and I talk about what I'm doing, and I'm not doing what everybody else is doing. I'm talking about swing trading and investing, long-term positions. I'm talking about what I'm personally doing, because everyone else is covering every other content. Why do news? Why talk about news? Everyone else is talking about news. Technical analysis, okay, most channels out there do day trading. It's on the day. But even day traders got wrecked, right? Even day traders got wrecked. It's actually kind of funny. But regardless, this is what's going on right now. So let's talk about what's going on, and I'll answer your questions, maybe show you a couple of more things. Because again, I just woke up. It's Saturday. It's 10 a.m. almost. Actually, I had a coffee for an hour, took my dog for a walk, but it's 10 a.m. I slept late. I slept around 3:30, 4 o'clock in the morning because I was ultimately trading and everything, right? So again, converted into Zcash and Aster, most of my altcoins, not all of my altcoins, unfortunately, but I'm holding pretty strong altcoins. If there's a recovery, if this market continues, which I believe it will, by the way, to the upside, at least for a little bit longer, this flush ultimately might have been the best thing that could happen to flush things out and actually give us a path to maybe an alt season and so on, or it's the end of the market right here. And it's kind of funny because I was talking about this last week. I was saying now or never. Either we get an altcoin season now, or we're not gonna get one. I made videos like that. Ultimately, it turned out to be correct. I just didn't expect this move to be so violent and so fast. But this is why you should pay attention and follow this channel. If you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe down below and hit all notification buttons. Some subscribers, you've been unsubscribed by YouTube. Please check and see if you are actually subscribed, because YouTube unsubscribes you and turns on off notifications. Please do. This will help you. This will help me, because we're in this together. So right now, we just had a major flush in the markets. Now, a lot of people will tell you it's news. A lot of people will tell you this. A lot of people will tell you that. And ultimately, TA called this move, just not the violent nature of this move. If you just joined, go back and you'll see in the video how it actually called it. My indicator actually called this. We didn't pay attention. That's the issue there. That's number one issue. And also, no matter how much attention you pay, you have to be very. It was a hard move to grab. If you didn't get this move and you missed this move, guys, like, it's normal, okay? Even I was lucky because I was converting into major coins because I was going to do that anyway. I said I'll leave the rest till Monday. I wish I did everything. Also, because I have them in ledgers, this, there. And then I'm like, okay, I'm going on a trip on Dubai. Let me take a few, not too much. Don't think I took too much. I took like $5,000, converted $5,000, so I can go on my trip on Dubai. It's actually $4,500. 1,000 of that went back into Aster before I made this video, before this live stream, and the rest went to my UPay card so that I can use in Dubai. So here's ultimately what's going on right now. There was news with tariffs, I get that, and that contributed to the flash. But if you look at on-chain analytics, you'll see that somebody took a massive short right before that news hit and made a few billion, okay? So, and that's exactly what I mean by news for the masses and news for the classes. We never get the news for the classes. People were in the know. Our indicator showed this. We didn't really act or pay attention because everything happened so fast. Then as the price was going down and there's more news out there, whatever, people got scared and started selling. The problem is that under the 117,000, which I was saying was a line in the sand, there was a lot of leverage plays and everyone started getting liquidated, and we generally had a huge liquidation, hence the rebound spike. And let's see what happens. We'll reevaluate on Monday now. That's what happened. And that's why I keep on saying there's news for the masses and news for the classes. You would never know this news. You wouldn't be that guy taking the short and making a couple of $1 billion on this move. Your only chance, if you acted on it, was the factor line, or TA if you're very good in TA. But this was called. And I was lucky, and you would have been lucky if you listened to my videos last week talking about how to convert into Zcash and Aster. Because if you converted mostly in Zcash, you'd be fine now. you'd be fine, right? Anyway, let's see what's going on in the markets right now. I'll be answering your questions in a second. I am seeing some comments. I'll look at them in a second. This is what I'm holding right now. If we look at, generally speaking, everything's gone to shit over here, right? Things are looking like they're recovering for now. And I know it sounds funny, but let's see. Look, Solana came all the way down here, 175, ultimately came back up to 192. Now trying to find support around the 180s. Cookie devastated here, all the way down to 0.042, but now trying to establish here at 0.8. And here's the funny thing, that if you go to the 15 minute, you can see that a lot of our coins here were pretty strong. Let's go 5 minutes real quick. Maybe it's a better picture on the 5 minutes. You got a lot of coins that are pretty strong here. All right, I know they look red, but they're pretty strong, especially Zcash. I know on the 5 minutes it doesn't look that way, but look at this. On the day, 4.6% only down. Because we came back, it just came back up. This is why I was saying Zcash. People making fun of me in my video saying, Zcash, oh my God, you're calling it after it run. Did not watch the video, did not watch my conviction, did not watch how it was holding, did not watch strength, did not pay context. They went by title and maybe intro if they were lucky. And that's why they ultimately got wrecked. And they were making fun of me in the comments. Well, guess what? Zcash saved my portfolio. And Aster's giving me the chance to go back up if I'm correct about the narrative. Ultimately, I'll be fine. Yes, I took a hit on leverage. Yes, everybody got liquidated. I mean, it's not an excuse. It's not an excuse because I was looking at the Pionex bots and I was thinking to myself, should I take all this out and put it in Zcash and Aster? Let me see on Monday. That was my mistake there. And Mexi, my open trades, I would have left them open anyway, so I would have lost that. But luckily I was converting. Now, what do? Get into strong coins, right? You get into strong coins. Ultimately, I just showed them to you on screen. Ultimately, Zcash is extremely strong. Aster, I think, is going to run back up. But this depends on if the markets recover. And they will recover, in my opinion. We're going to have at least a dead cat bounce, right? So let's see what happens on Monday and understand this is all part of it, right? This is all part of crypto. This is why I don't like leverage. My leverage was like, again, 3%, 5%. I got liquidated on those leverages. That was bigger of a hit because that money never comes back. And then you think to yourself, that money would have been in other coins. Fuck. Meanwhile, I'm renovating my house inside, and so it's a big hit. But disregards, we all have our things. Now, let's go to the chat. By the way, before we go to the chat and answer your questions, if you are interested in the factor line indicator, I'm just going to put it on screen up here. So you can check it, just scan it with your phone. It's also in the links in the description down below. It comes with the Invest, Trade, and Think Like the Crypto Factor course. If you took that course and you had the indicator, you'd be in a much better position right now. And if you actually listen to the indicator, you'd be in a better position than me. But generally speaking, I talk all about this in that course. Check it out, see if it's for you. And let's have a look at the chat. Hello again, Dimitar. What's up, my man? B-Germ. How's it going, Paul? I'm sad I didn't look at anything when the lows hit. Look, it happens, man. You know, if you ultimately look, we can only control what we do right now. So I'm a bit of a stoic. I have a stoic mindset, meaning I don't worry. I try not to worry about shit that I cannot control, even cancer. When I had cancer, went through it 3 times. Even when I had cancer, going through chemo, getting bone marrow transplant, I was only worried about what I could control. What could I control? My psychology, me praying to God, my food intake. I was trying to, I was being very careful with what I was eating and so on as I was fighting. And that's ultimately it. I could not worry about and my girlfriend, I took care of her, left money and so on so she can take care of herself in case I died in hospital and stuff like that. Gave her power of attorney to my lawyer, told her what to do and so on. But I only started worrying about what I could control, which was ultimately my psychology, my happiness levels, my nutrition as much as I could, because at some point I couldn't even control that. I was just fucking dying. And ultimately praying to God as much as I could before I was passing out because I couldn't stay awake. The thing is, that's what I could control. So in crypto right now, At the time of the flush, I did damage control. Yes, for about 5-10 minutes, I was sad about it. I was just looking at my screen like this and answering questions in my group. No one knew. Everyone thought I was okay in the group. I was like this, just looking at the screen like this. And then I stepped out. I'm like, okay, it is what it is. We continue. It's a different day. Improvise, adapt, and overcome. That's it. Shit could be a lot worse. You could be dying, right? So just be German, man. Just move forward. Leave it behind. Worry about what you can control. What can you control right now? See which cryptocurrencies you should be getting into. Get out of weak ones. Maybe convert. Converting from a coin that's been doing shit that's gone down could give you a tax break while also giving you upside to a coin that can fly. And listen, if you're new, listen to what I say. Like, watch my videos. Like, don't be too fast to judge me in the comments, and watch the actual video for context. A lot of people would have got less wrecked if they actually listened to my videos last week and this week, all this week, right? Garden Warrior, what's up, my man? Danya says, Paul, is it possible market goes up again? Yes, very possible. We're going to at least have a dead cat bounce. As a matter of fact, we're having a dead cat bounce right now. That's what it is. A potential dead cat bounce. Let's see if it goes up and comes back down and goes lower, or if it goes up, recovers, and slowly recovers. Look, most of this was news-driven or panic selling and liquidations. And then whales taking advantage, right? So we should continue. This might actually be good for the markets. The good thing is we'll know this is either the end or we're gonna go up till our dates, which is towards the end of this year, which we're right about so far, if that's the case. Let's see what happens. But I wouldn't go crazy. Mohammed, that's why I don't do isolated. That's actually a good point. What's happening, brother? This is the worst bull cycle experience. Well, it depends. Look, it might be. I'll say this: it's not the worst. I would say it's not the easiest, in the sense that it wasn't. And I was saying this through 2023, 2024. I was telling you guys, selective alt season. Go for narratives. It's not going to be throw a dart on the board and whatever you hit's going to go up. It's not going to be as forgiving. That's the better terminology I should be using here. It's not going to be as forgiving. Like this video, please, for support, first of all, because I pretty much took a hit as well. Like this video and understand, if you understand, it's not as forgiving, okay? But it's a good bull market. I mean, we call this bull market alone, we got into Solana at $8.5. I mean, Solana did very well. Hype, we got in early around $20. Right? We got into Aster at 44 cents. We got into Zcash, what was it, $140 at the breakout, right? It saved our portfolio. Ultimately, we're doing pretty okay compared to others. But yes, it's a harder market. I've been saying this. I've been telling you guys, learn TA, take a course on crypto. It's right here. Yes, it's expensive. I know you probably lost your shit, so it's a bit expensive right now. I'm going to keep the prices low for a while longer. I was going to raise prices to $1,497, then ultimately $2,600. I'm not going to do that for this month, okay? I'm going to keep it the same for this month, all right? So check out the course, all right? It will help you a lot, and it will help you make a comeback. Because for me, if we go into a bear market tomorrow, all that means is, okay, Paul, back in the bear market, TA, let's work our way up. Let's see what we can do. That's it. It's a skill. It's a skill set you can use over time. And take the course, because I don't know if I'm going to be around tomorrow. Maybe, touch wood, I die. I almost died a couple of times, right? So touch wood, I might die. The course is going to be there. It will teach you everything you need to know. Ultimately, the indicator is lifetime as well. It comes from a company called Chart Prime. They built it with me, for me, on my trading style. Swing trading, long-term swing trading, and leverage. And investing indicator. You can use it for day trading, but it's better for long-term. Essentially, learn how to be a swing trader. And that's a skill in itself, believe me, right? And take it from there. I kind of lost my train of thought right there. What's happening, brother? This is you're accumulating tokens as we speak. Look at strong ones that making good bounces and that didn't drop as much. Look at that. Probably layer ones. Probably Zcash. Probably Aster. Maybe Zcash gives birth to Monero right now. Looking at the 5 minutes here, real quick. Right. Let's do 15. See, look, hype over here. This tells me that perpetual DEX is 1.6 on Aster. Give me a second here. Let's go to the daily. So we're in pretty good coins. So it's not that devastating right now. Virtual here looks weak. But it did make a recovery. Wait and see. Accumulate coins. Accumulate the ones I was talking about. Let's go to weekly. Zcash. Look at the Zcash. Right? 5 minutes. Yeah, I think our picks on altcoins ultimately would do well. Of course, not all of them will go fucking to the moon. A lot of times I give a portfolio and people don't understand that I don't expect everything in this portfolio to go up. It would be nice, but I don't expect everything to go up, and that's how I make gradual gains over time, even though there's no alt season. And we talked about this, right? We talked about narratives and how to set up portfolios. I have videos on that. Hopefully by now you found out how to set up a winning portfolio. If not, again, in that course. And by the way, it would be really cool if you buy that course right now. I could use that cash to actually trade my way up. So yeah, it would be really good for me as well. Hello, boss. What's up? What's up, Yusuf? Looks like the 4-year cycle played out exactly as it... Well, that's what I've been saying. I've been saying, look, we don't know that yet, but I've been saying, go with the 4-year cycle until proven otherwise. And we still might have a leg more up. We still might have one last run. See if it's a dead cat bounce or not. If it's a dead cat bounce, it's over earlier, as we said, end of this year. The Bitcoin tops in, maybe altcoins will run, but ultimately it's a top. But if it goes up and does one more leg up, we're still in play. So that's what I'm looking at until proven otherwise. And that's what I've been telling you to make the moves that I've been telling you to make. If you're in my group right now, you should be okay. And you listened, of course. You should be okay compared to others. Okay? Because this hit was a hit, okay? Even I did not expect this, right? And I should have, but I didn't expect, I would have never guessed this magnitude. But anyway, Yusuf, what's these crowns? Oh, you're getting this crown on your name because you're commenting or you're regular and stuff like that. Bro, that was 88 millions. I think it was more. The 3 idiots. I'm not sure. I wish I can buy the factor line when I was less. I'm sorry, man. I get it. It comes with the course, so the course is more important. I wish I could do something. Maybe get into the group. Maybe get into our group if you're not in the group already. And then you'll have a discount and you'll be able to maybe get from there or at least benefit from my calls, which I find, well, my group finds somewhat, well, very, very useful. Like this video, please. Everyone needs support right now. I came out live urgently to try and support you, right? I might be selling my course now, but I was trying to, in the beginning, I was supporting you. Please hit that like button for support, right? I would really appreciate it. If you're not going to buy the course, at least hit the like button. Okay? That's what I ask. If you're not going to buy this course, hit the like button. Maybe subscribe to the channel. Okay? Let's make a deal. Let's make a deal here. Okay? Win-win. All right, MVH found an absolute gem that held up great in the market. What is it? Disco stop shilling Disco. Why is everyone shilling Disco? Like, let me see something. Disco by Matt. Interesting. It is holding up and it is doing very well. I was about to say, what are you talking about? It went to shit, but it is holding up. It does seem like it's doing well. That's interesting. Look at this. Now, that said, this came out 18th of September. It's still new. This could be manipulated. This could rug pull at any time, enter at your own risk, but this does look interesting. It's only on Uniswap. It's not in the exchanges, which is probably why there was no sales. So I'm not sure if this is real or fake. It needs a lot more research. But yeah, this is something you could look into if you're in meme coins. I am not in meme coins right now, at least not a lot of them. Be very careful. Do your own research. But yeah, it's something to look at. I'll say that. Something to look at. Only 6 likes is insane. Well, it is what it is. It is what it is. I'm seeing 21 now, but it is what it is. It's okay. Some people are selfish. Some people are like, why should I like the video? I'm just getting this information for free. I'm not going to like this video. You know, go fuck yourself. That's what they're saying. I'm not saying that. They're saying that. And that's okay. Look, it takes a lot of strength and a lot of energy to hit the like button. And right now, people are depressed. Maybe they just can't like the video. I get it. People are depressed. They got wrecked. I get it. Second time, I missed the beginning. Please watch back. This video, this live streams become actual videos. You can re-watch them in the beginning. I recommend that you do, because you don't want to miss what I said in the beginning of the video. Believe me, just watch the video. My Phantom and H-Bar got blasted, yeah. Do you have... No, I got out of CAS quite a while. We talked about that in my live streams. Keep up with my live streams on Sundays, because I do real portfolio adjustments and I tell you what I'm in and not, and answer questions just like this. Every Sunday at 7 o'clock EET time. So make sure you're there. David says, it's the worst. There's no other way about it. Crypto isn't what it once was. Now we have to expect liquidation flushes every other pump. This is the worst bull run by far. Yeah, a lot of people are getting devastated, but yeah, you got to go change your strategy. That's why I was saying go by narratives. That's why I was giving you the calls I gave. If you did what I said, more, you'd be in profits. Major profits, not right now because you probably got late, but generally speaking over time. You know, we got into the right altcoins and we'll keep the right altcoins. And again, I'll make a video on Monday or Tuesday, what conversions I made and how I changed my portfolio, because I believe that's the way forward. I might even try and record it today. Of course, my group will get it straight away because they get early access videos, which is also in the description down below. But I'll put it out on Monday or Tuesday, but I'll have it for my group possibly today by tonight. Even though it's my birthday party tonight. My birthday was a couple of days ago, but it's my birthday party tonight. I'll put out that video and slave away editing just so you can, or slave away rendering and stuff so I can get that video out to you. We may have to pay for things in chickens and hay. That's true. Watch 2 meme coins come out now, chicken and hay. In the shit, says Smash Toshi, was in the group. I'm too broke for that too. I'm sorry, man. You know, it's hard. It's hard. Thanks, bro, for being here. Thank you, Roger. Really appreciate you. I'm trying. Yo, Paul, can you take a look at TrueFi? Greetings. I can. I might as well. Even though right now, I mean, there's nothing to see here. Well, it's shit. Shittier than the other shit. I mean, unless it starts breaking resistance areas, I wouldn't even touch this. I'd rather buy Disco, which is probably a scam. Like, if that makes sense. All right, let's see. Yo, Paul, can you take a look? I did that. You got my like. Thank you so much, yours. I really appreciate you. Hello from Dubai. What's up, Dubai? King Mike. Thanks for your support. I'll be in Dubai, man. I'll be in Dubai at the end of the month, by the way, for a couple of weeks. There's a link in the description down below where I'll be. I'll be at the Blockchain Life. You can actually use Factor as a code. If you check out tickets, you'll get a massive discount. But I'll be in Dubai regardless, so maybe we can meet at the mall or something. Happy belated. Thank you so much, man. Really appreciate you. Yo, Paul, what we're thinking on Solana movement today. Let's have a look at Solana. Because I have quite a bit of Solana. It looks strong. It looks strong on CoinMarketCap. Let's have a look at it on, by the way, follow me on Twitter, MCPaulD. It's the verified one. Don't get the wrong one. Where was I? Let's go to the factor line. Let's look at Sol. Ooh. See, the factor line told you to sell right at this candle, even if you go at the bottom of the... Well, actually, no, sorry. It told you to sell at this candle right here, the prior one, and then confirmed it. Even if you got to the bottom of this confirmation, you would have got out at $218. And if you took my course, even if you didn't do this, you would have got out at this breaking point right here, right, of this range, which the factor line does for you. Went all the way down to 167. Right now, it's wait and see, my friend. But look, this is over. Like the trend stacker is showing this is up here. This should reverse. I mean, this could stay here for a long time. I mean, we're up here on the daily at some point on Bitcoin. This can stay down for a long time. Sorry, Zcash. This can stay down for a long time, but ultimately, let's go to the daily real quick. Sorry. I mean, it just turned red on the daily. I'd stay out of Solana. I know that sounds weird. I would stay out of Solana. according to the factor line, I would stay out. But if we break above, let's say, here, I would probably get back in. 192, is that, what is that? 192. So 190 is psychological. So maybe we should go by, is this 190 psychological by any chance? Yeah. Look how beautifully this just broke out right here. Actually, even here. Sorry, let's move this up right here. See how beautiful that is? Anyway, 190 psychological. So this is the range I would wait for it to break. This is why I like TA. So I would wait for it to come back up here, make this support and continue going up, or I would buy the break in anticipation for this to come here and continue to go up, and then set my stop loss under here if you're trading. If you're investing, this is how I would play it. This is where we called this over here for Solana, and then we set the breaking over here as well, second chance. Beautiful play on the factor line. Factor line works very, very well. Better than what I expected, which is amazing, by the way. All right. Thanks, Wally. Happy birthday. Thank you so much. Thanks, bro. You're very welcome. Nothing to see here. Shiat, says David B. Happy birthday. Thank you so much. Have a great time in Dubai. Thank you so much, man. How does Casper chart look like? Let's have a look. Let's have a look at the Casper chart. Let's look at some charts. I mean, why not? Why not? Let's have a look at some charts. Show me some coins. Don't go crazy, but show me some coins. Let's see what's going on. Casper, I guess we'll look at Mexi. Let's go by the daily. So Casper daily red, continue to be red. Told you to sell over here. 0.091. We told you to sell a lot before that, by the way. And then again here, it's red. I wouldn't get into Casper. It broke under this range. This was very important to hold this. We broke under. It looks like shit. I wouldn't get into Casper again until we at least get back into this range if you're a trader. And then reevaluate. Sorry about that. But we got out of Casper a long time ago for this reason. We were seeing other coins doing much better. Since you said alt season now or never, are you leaning towards nevermore? No, because this event is a very fast event and you can't judge it by that, but it could certainly continue. So let's see if it is continuation. But I'm expecting a bounce, at least a dead cat bounce. So I need to see what happens this week. No trader in the world, I don't know if you're the best TA guy in the world right now, can tell you what to do right now. It's a weekend. We just did a major flush. No one can tell you shit until we see support levels and things playing out. I'm just trying my best here. Bye, boss. I'm sleeping. Okay, man. H-bar. Let's have a look at H-bar, and we'll look at Sui after. And I know people are crying for Sui. What did H-bar do? We got out of H-bar, by the way, as well. So if you followed us, you wouldn't be in H-bar. And I was whoa, wait. So H-bar broke under the range. Still red, but look, it went all the way down to 0.07. It's kind of recovering. We need to get back into this range, guys. For me, I'd wait. I'd wait on H-bar. And let's also look at Sui. Sui. Do we have? Yeah, Binance. Nice recovery. No range on a daily? Or let's draw a range ourselves then. Weird. Would this be a range? Wait. Let me just verify. Yeah, you could take it from this here. The way I do ranges, this is all in my course, by the way. Yeah, I would say from this candle here. Yeah, that would be the range I would wait. So we got above the range. Let's see if this holds. This might do something like, I don't know. Oops, wrong indicator, sorry. Maybe something like this. Or actually, no. Maybe something like this. Would be possible. Red right now, but we'd wait for this. Snap and crack. We'll see what happens, but it doesn't look too bad, in my opinion. This is not as bad as well here. Trend stacker. It's probably moving up as this price moved up here. Let's look at the 4 hour. Maybe it gives us a better indication. Yeah, so 4 hour told you... Oops. Sorry. Wait. Come on. Yeah, this is the range up here. So it broke under this range over here. So there you go. Let me just draw this out for you. This is the range it broke under. Crypto Factor had that range. Told you to buy when it came above this range. Perfect buy. But then told you to sell over here. And then once this range broke, cascading effect, this is also what happened with everything yesterday. So yeah, ultimately, not bad. This is interesting. Check this out. Previous range on the 4 hour pretty much gives me a justification of where I drew the range. So I'd say that's confirmed. So that's what you're looking at, right? This is very fast. It's not even technical analysis. This is more like technical overview. Technical overview because, you know, we're doing this pretty fast. It takes hours to actually study this and actually make it. That's why I want to wait for the weekend to end, look at Monday, sit down, clean mind, coffee, creatine, fucking testosterone and, you know, injections and try and see what's going on. But yeah, I think Sue is going to recover, man. Bro, this guy 100% has a crystal ball. He's always right. I mean, yeah, but I'm kind of right, but to what extent? Because, okay, I was right at the 117K mark, but I didn't expect the flush. But I did say if we go under 117K, 112K will probably break, and I was looking at 107K. So, and then but okay, it's a crystal ball. It's because I'm bald. See how it's shiny on the light here? It's a crystal ball. But look, you can learn this. You can learn this by getting the course right here. And this will serve you in the bear market as well. It will actually help you make money. This is a skill set right here. You learn how to invest, you learn how to trade, you learn how to think like me, and you get the indicator for free for life. Really, just check it out. See if it's for you. Will XLM see? We got out of XLM yesterday before the dump. I said, I'm getting out of XLM. Let me see my group real quick. I'm going to tell you exactly what I got into. Because I want to make a video about this. And I want to make sure I'm going to tell you exactly what I did with XLM. Portfolios. Look. I don't want to dox names here, so let me see if I can hide. I can actually hide this a little bit with the names. So I can't screenshot, but here. Give me a second. So I actually exchanged XLM not into Zcash. That would have been a really cool thing, but I actually did it into Aster. So you can see my conviction here. Let me see if I could pull this off. Give me a second. How am I going to show you this? There you go. I'm just... sorry for the... Look, XLM into Aster going high risk. Aster is a monodai coin. Let me show you something else real quick. Give me a second here. Let me see if I could show you something else. Just so you don't think I'm full of shit. Because a lot of people doubt the boldness. Give me a second here. Yeah, I could show you this. And then I could show you... There you go, right here. So I'm going to show you like all my all my trades here. Let me see if I can open this for you as well. In my group, just so you can see what kind of things you would get in my group, right? Let's move this over here as well. And I should have some posts telling. I was aggressively converting into Aster and Zcash aggressively from a lot of my coins. Like if we go up, give me a second, guys. Please bear with me. I'm showing you posts that I'm getting into Linea, Zcash, and Aster, especially Zcash. I was talking about this a lot. This one, I could show you this one. Fuck's sake. Anyway, it's hard to do this live. It's hard to do this live because I don't want to dox people, but let me show you. Look, you have this one. Curious to see who followed my conviction here. I added to, and I bought more. I keep on converting from other coins into Zcash. Here, out of pump converted into Aster. As you can see, I'm aggressively reshaping my portfolio for the last leg up potential. We'll be making a video about it. I didn't get to make the video because the fucking flush happened. But fortunately, if you look at the other messages and so on, you'll see that I got into more Zcash. I think there's one more here. No, that's the same one. So yeah, you get my drift, okay? You get my drift. I'll make a video and in my time make these screenshots so you can actually see what I'm doing, exactly what I did and so on. Paul, have you looked at XPL? No, let's have a look. Plasma. Doesn't look good at all. So what I don't like about XPL, and I'm doing this on CoinMarketCap because I don't know if the factor line has enough history. What is it, September? Yeah, it's a new coin. Look, it broke under, right? And it didn't even bounce that hard compared to other coins. So this is weakness for me. So I wouldn't touch it yet. If I'm not going to touch it in general, but if I did touch it, it won't be now. Look at the coins I'm telling you to get into in the beginning of this video. Moody says, and one more question, do we need to stay above 112 to make support quickly? Well, Bitcoin, right, we have to wait till Monday, man. I can't give you, here, let me see. Do we have to? No, but we have to have some sort of power, right? We have to, it's 110K right now, right? Let me just see here. Let's go back to daily real quick. Sorry. 4-hour Binance. We want daily. Up here. $110. Ultimately we want to get above 112. Ultimately we want to get above 117, okay? Ultimately we want to break this here. We want to break this range over here. I would call it 100 funnily enough, where is that indicator here? 116. Yeah, we want to get above 117,000, guys. We're still bullish on the daily, by the way. I know that sounds crazy right now, but look, it's gold, right? Yes, we did this, but the factor line's telling you stay gold. This is a flush out. Let's see what happens. Is there anything that would make you more leaning to alt season to when... Look, guys, I've explained that alt season is going to be a selective alt season multiple times. I like my tongue grew hair from saying this. All right? Selective alt season. Select altcoins, select narratives are going to run. I've made videos over and over and over again. That's why we didn't take a big enough hit, like as big as everyone else, because we are in Zcash for privacy. We are in the Aster for narrative. I think that's going to bounce back faster than others. We are in the right coins. Please watch my videos. Please watch my live streams. Please. Please understand that I have a whole video talking about selective alt seasons. All my last videos I put out touch on selective alt season. I explain, I keep on saying this. Please watch, even my Aster videos are talking about selective alt season. Watch the videos all the way through. It's very important, or you will get wrecked. Is there anything? Okay, I'd hear your reasoning behind each. I've made videos reasoning about all of this, my man. I really have. I mean, it's going to take me another 2 hours to do like a video right now and talk about this again and again. Bitcoin isn't below the 50-week moving average yet, so no panicking. That's actually quite true. You can also look at the 200 there. But yeah. So anyway, thank you very much. Please like this video. Please check out the course. See if it's for you. I would really appreciate it. And I'll go live tomorrow. Maybe we have more conviction. So if you're not subscribed, please hit all the notification button and the subscribe button. Make sure you hit all. And please check to see if you're subscribed. YouTube has been unsubscribing people. It's a shame. Stay subscribed. Support this channel. Would really appreciate you. And I will support you with videos. Thank you very much. I love you guys. See you in the next video. Take care. Bye-bye.